Hey guys, Ashley here, also with the Ishmael fan. I'm back there with another video. This video is coming very late. I was doing some editing, but I just realized that I just finished this book because I'm also doing it's a whole bunch of things I want to do. I want to talk about movies. I want to talk about TV shows. I haven't gotten a chance to talk about movie shows. It's a whole bunch of things I haven't had a chance to talk about that I'm going to do before I start my Vampire Diaries rant. So who knows how long they'll take, but I really want to talk about these topics that I have in my mind and books too and everything. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. But today I'm here to review a book that I just finished, and that book is Fallen Too Far by Abby Gillens. I have personally read this book before when I was in high school, but that was a long time ago. I was a freshman in high school and I read those books, and I had really no business reading them. But I read them anyway. I haven't read them since high school, so I just ordered the book on Kindle because I actually have the copy book right there on my shelf. But I read online a lot, but I also don't mind reading out of a book, but I read online a lot. So I decided to buy the book and read the first one. I'm going to read the second one and the third one and get my thoughts on it. So the first book really isn't that long. It was like 27 chapters. So it was like a week and a half read, honestly, like 2 weeks and a half read for me. I started it like mid-January and I finished it like on, what was that? I finished it on Saturday of like this week. So, my thoughts. First of all, I don't understand this. Did Blair and Rush need to be step siblings for this book? Like, did they really need to be step siblings? I just feel like that was really weird to me that they were step siblings, and like she wants us to like buy into this romance. I understand it's just a book and everything like that. It's just fiction, but I feel like I used to never have a problem with step siblings falling in love with each other because it's like, okay, they're not real blood. But now that I'm older, I just find it to be very ill. Like, something about it just doesn't seem right to me. It still seems incesty in a way that's just very weird because your parents are married now to each other, so they expect you guys to be acting like siblings, not to be having sex or hooking up with each other behind the parents' back. But, I just didn't like the idea of them being step siblings. Like, I feel like I'm not a fan of that. I know I'm not the author, it's not my book, but me personally, the person I am, I just didn't like the fact they were step siblings. So, I'm going to talk about Blair and Rush as characters, and then I'm going to talk about their relationship and the whole big secret that was surrounding the reason why Rush didn't want to take it any further, but he couldn't stop himself. So Blair, I really like Blair as a character. I really love the fact that she didn't make her one-dimensional. I love the fact that Blair is definitely dealing with a lot of heavy, I would say a lot of emotional trauma that she has not got the chance to recover from because everything just happened so fast. Her mom dying from cancer, her pretty much being the only one there for her mom during the treatments, her dad walking out of her and her mom like 5 years ago because he had an affair and got another woman pregnant. It was just really a lot of emotional torment on Blair. Her never really getting over the death of her twin sister in a car accident. I just felt like Blair just had a lot of mentally trauma, a lot of mentally and emotionally damage going on, and I think she didn't know how to handle it. But I like Blair. I like the fact that she's tough and she's very emotional, and on some extent she kind of don't trust people until she meets Rush. And Rush is the complete opposite from Blair. I like that too about the relationship, which I'll get into. They're complete opposites. You know, Blair tries to, even though that her dad is rich and he has all this money, she doesn't intend on mooching off of him or his new wife, who's also rich. She tends on making her own money and finding her own place to live and helping herself go by in life. she starts working in a country club. She meets a girl named Bethany, and her and Bethany were cool friends. It's some other guy too. I think his name is Chris. I'm not sure. They were cool too. I thought that she was gonna do something like her date him. I think the guy I'm talking about is Rush's that's his stepbrother from his mom's other marriage. Even though him and the mother and his brother Chris are not married, they're still calling each other brothers because they've known each other since they were little, which is cool. I feel that. And I thought she was gonna have Blair date her just to make things. I'm sorry. I thought she was gonna have Blair date him to make things interesting, but she chose not to do that, which is fine by me. I get it. Focus on the real relationship. We don't need no filler. I get it. But yeah, I really love Blair. I don't have nothing really bad to say about her. And her finding out the truth towards the end of the book, I really just felt for my girl. Like it was really hard for her to hear what the whole truth behind everything, about the real reason why her father left, and just all of it. I think they said she's from Tennessee, and you can tell she's very a country girl. She drives her own truck. She is very different. Like I said, she's very different. Once her mom had cancer, they kind of got like little poor, so she kind of learned how to live with less. And I think that's why she just didn't want to just mooch off her father, because he had more, which I respect that. She had very humble beginnings, and she intends on being humbled in her beginnings. I think Blair was very developed very well. I love the fact that she just didn't make her like this one-dimensional girl. Very different. She's a very sweet and nice girl, but she also has a lot of things to her that makes her have depth. Rush. I really like Rush. I hope in the second book he gets a little bit more depth, because I really feel like in the first book he really doesn't have much to him, besides the fact that he's not a bad boy. I never once bought into Rush being this bad boy. He's more of a fuckboy than a bad boy. Nothing about him. He was a little mysterious. Yes, he was a little like I keep forgetting the word, like when someone is watching you from afar. I keep forgetting it. He was like, very, I cannot think of the word. What is the word when someone is watching you from afar? I can't think of it. He would like watch Blair and, like study her and things like that. And, he would purposely have sex with the girls that he brings over to make her jealous, which is, we're just like right in the open. As soon as she walks into the door, he's getting it on with a girl on the couch, or getting it on with a girl on the outside. Like, it was like, whoa, okay, I get it. This is your house, I get it. But a little update before I come in and walk in on you and your little date would be nice, Rush. I just need to see more from Rush. I feel like I need to see more character, like who he really is. Because to me, it really felt like, even though him and Blair were dating in this scenario, it's like a romantic book, but it's also other stuff going on outside of the romance. It kind of felt like this first book was really about Blair to me. If I can just say in those terms, the first book really just felt like it was about Blair's story, and everyone else was just playing a part in it. And that's kind of how I felt about Rush, is that he was more of a love interest than a character of his own. Outside of him partying and him fucking other girls, and him being like mysterious, and him having the tattoos and being like a total rock star, I don't really know much about Rush or like his childhood. Actually that's not true, because I'm going to discuss the relationship, and then I'm going to discuss what the secret was on why he couldn't be with Blair at first, why he was kind of fighting his feelings, but he couldn't once they went there. But I still like Rush, even though the character, he does play the storyline forward. And like when him and Blair start getting together, he is actually a very sweet guy, and he's very considering, and he's very sweet and very protective of Blair and his sister Nan, who I cannot stand. I cannot stand Nan. I just felt like from the first moment that she saw Blair, she just had her nose so flared up. It was giving incesty, like, but that's not what it was. But like, she hated Blair because of some shit that her father did. And I just feel like that hate should not be going towards Blair. Blair has nothing to do with any of the hate that you are feeling towards y'all father. And I just thought it was just ridiculous. Yeah, I just thought Nan was just annoying. Like, her just being, like, ugh, irritating with her smirky comments. Like, she just never really gave Blair a chance. Like, she just, like, hated Blair for, like, absolutely no reason. But, like, I do like Rush, and, like I said, I hope in the second book he gets more character, because in the first book, did I say movie or book? In the second book, just because I did say movie, I'm going to correct myself. In the second book, I hope he gets more character development, because in the first book, it just feels like he's more of a, like, a plot device, really. And it just feels like it's more of Blair's story than both of their stories. But that's discussed relationship. This book being so short to me, I felt like I did like Blair and Rush together. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm a sucker for chemistry. Not saying that I would ship anything like this in real life, but because the good thing is a fictional book. They did have chemistry and they did have a lot of sexual tension at first. But I love the fact that that the author made it a lot more than just sexual tension. The first time they hooked up took time. That was like chapter 14, because they were building up all that tension already with them getting to know each other, and Rush being like, I want you to have your own room. I don't want you to live underneath it was like a little bedroom, basically where the maid slept. He didn't want her sleeping there anymore because he was starting to care about her and everything like that. So, like, even though things did happen very slow, I felt like I wanted to see a little bit more, but I think since the book was so short, there wasn't enough time to see more. I did for the chemistry, but I felt I needed to see more of it. And, you know, there was a portion where, a chapter in the book where Blair was just kind of like not feeling him because Nan said something, and she thought, why care about what I have to say? I'm just another girl you fucked. And then he said, Blair, you're not just some other girl I fucked, you're so much more than that. And she didn't believe him. And then when she came back home from work, they talked, and he said, you're so much more than that. And he said, you have to believe me. And she said, but what about your sister? And he said, don't listen to Nan. He said, Nan is an idiot. They had sex, but only do Blair know, which the next topic I'm about to get into is that there are some secrets that Rush did not tell her that is about to ruin their entire relationship for good. So I would say my final thoughts about Blair and Rush is that they had chemistry. I did love the build up. It was slow. It was cute. And for what I did get a chance to see with them, it was great. You know, they did the romantic stuff, you know, and everything like that. But I just felt like I needed to see a little bit more. So that's what I'm hoping for in the second book, is that I get to see a little bit more. But the big secret, the big reveal. So Blair overheard Rush and Rush's mother and her father all talking downstairs. Her dad found out that her and Rush had been sleeping together, and Blair's dad and Rush's mother are discussing about the fact that they're sleeping together, because knowing that they're step siblings. And he said, have you told her the real truth while you were just sleeping with her? And he said that Blair don't need to know that right now. He said right now is not the time. He said the last thing she needs is an ambush about all the lies that you kept, which is tea. Are you really going to sit here and tell me that I'm supposed to tell her the truth when it's your lies that you kept all these years? So the secrets that her father kept was that the reason why her dad walked out 5 years ago was because he got Rush's mother pregnant, and he walked out on her mother during cancer to go be with her, Rush's mother. I think her name was Georgia, or George. It's something. He walked out on them to be with her, and that's why. But at first, when he found out that she was pregnant, he couldn't be with her, and that's why Nan didn't like Blair, because Nan thought that Blair took away her father. Well, honestly, girl, he walked out on me and came back to be your daddy. I didn't have a daddy for 5 years. He left us there when he had all this money. I had to put the mortgage on our house. I had to bust my ass, work, and go to school and maintain graduating while my mother was fighting fucking cancer. And this whole time, her asshole dad knew about this, and he did nothing to help. Are you kidding me? I'm like, and not only that, Rush knew about it. He knew about all of this. He knew who Blair was. He knew that her mom had cancer, and he knew the reason why her dad walked out on her mom 5 years ago. And he didn't say shit. And he didn't tell Blair. Oh yeah, we definitely would have broken up. How can you sit there and hold my hand, take me out on dates, and laugh with me, and get to know me emotionally, and not tell me once that you knew when my dad walked out on me? That it wasn't just like him. No, he didn't. He just didn't happen to walk out and be alone all those years. He had Blair believing that the reason why him and her mom got divorced was because of the car accident with her sister. Turns out this dude got a whole ass family that Blair never knew about. And that's not the only secret. The other secret too is that her dad told Blair that her mother knew about his other family, and that she didn't tell Blair to protect her. That she didn't want Blair to know that he got another woman pregnant while they were married, and that he basically left to go take care of that family. That her mother knew about it and she said nothing. I don't believe that. Maybe in the second book that's true, but I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that her mom knew that her dad got another woman pregnant, and she just let Blair believe that he walked out because of the car accident with her twin sister. I'm like, stop the cap. Stop the cap. No way did her mom know about that. I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't. I'm like, I don't. I just don't. So Blair left, which is, come on, all of y'all liars. You, Rush, I gave my soul to you. We had sex. I gave my virginity to you. And you could sit there and lie to me? Bye. And her dad's a piece of shit. Fuck you too, Dad. So she left. She went back home. She started working, and Rush followed her down there. He told her that he loved her. She couldn't say it back. She said, how could she ever love someone who lied to her? She said, and refused to tell her the truth, which is T. She got a point. They had sex for the last time, and she told him that she didn't want to see him again. And he said, don't do this, Blair. He said, we can fix it. And she said, there's nothing that you can do. So he left. Her heart was shattered. Only to find out towards the end of the book, and she also recaps it in the second book, Blair is pregnant. Blair is pregnant with Rush's kid. Oh man, the second book is going to be full of some books. The second book is going to be full of some drama. I can just tell. But to me, I thought the first book was really good. Not a lot of negatives I can say about it. It was really short, kind of straight to the point, which I love. I love that nothing ever felt dragged out. Nothing ever really felt dragged out. I really love the whole reveal of everything. It was really like soap opera-ish. It was very like something you definitely want to see on TV. And I had no problems with it. I will see you guys back here with the second book review once I finish it. And I think the second book has way more chapters. When I started reading it, it has like, I don't remember, like 30-something chapters or something. So hopefully I can have that done probably before the end of February. Probably like towards the middle of February I can have that done. But if not, I'll see you guys here when I do finish it. The next book that I'm going to review is a book by Simone Eckerles. And I'm not going to tell you guys what book it is, but know that I am going to review it. It is personally one of my favorite books of all time to read. So that was my review on Falling Too Far, and I'll see you guys next time with my another review.